What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button ASAP. So let's talk about Terence Crawford versus Wallo 267, aka Wallo from the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. So after the fight, after Terence Crawford became the newly crowned undisputed welterweight champion of the world in a domination over my guy Errol Spence Jr., Wallo texts Terence Crawford telling him basically congratulating him, telling him he was a beast and how he went to work, so on and so forth, right? Terence Crawford responds, I appreciate it, right? And then he was like, basically lobbying for his guy Boots, his Philly guy, to get in there with Bud. He like, listen, Boots is next. You got to go fight Boots next, right? And Terence Crawford responds, Boots gonna be another dead body, right? So after Terence Crawford texts that to Wallo, Wallo screenshots that and sends it to Boots, Jerron Boots Ennis. Boots then responds about how he'll do this and do that to Terence Crawford, how he want to get in there and get it cracking with him and all of that. And after Boots sends his response, Wallo screenshots that and puts it all on their $1 Million Worth of Game on their page, right? Puts it all on their Instagram page in order to promote this fight between Terence Crawford and Jerron Boots Ennis. And now I get it, right? Wallo is trying to amp up the fight. He's trying to get his guy Boots a shot. He really loves Boots. Boots is a Philadelphia kid. He want to see him get a chance to be an undisputed king in boxing. But I also get it from Terence Crawford's point, because Terence Crawford got pissed. He basically telling him, like, that's some weak ass shit you did. That's not G to be doing that. You text me with that fake. Like, he basically feel like you text me a fake congratulations in order to get me to respond about something with Boots. And then you screenshot our private conversation in order for you to blast that on social media, for you to get clicks and views and so on and so forth, and for you to promote a fight with Boots Ennis when you're not a promoter yourself. So Bud got pissed. And I really think Bud was pissed because, in general, one, I believe Bud got a lot of respect for Errol Spence Jr. And certain conversations are meant to be kept private, right? When you talk amongst one of your friends, you saying certain stuff you say, you don't want to get out to the other person because you don't want to seem to be disrespectful. Even though what you're saying is not overly disrespectful, you don't want the person that you're kind of like hinting to take it as disrespect when you're just, you might be just talking some shit about another individual and you kind of reference a situation with somebody else, right? He got a lot of respect for Errol Spence Jr. He didn't want it to get out that he referred to Errol Spence as a dead body. You know what I mean? And he feel like, yo, what the hell? He's upset about that, right? Like, I thought me and you texting was gonna stay between us. He like, yo, what you doing, man? You a man? Why you snap like screenshotting my conversation with you to put up on social media? And I feel that, because if I'm talking to you about something in private, I would get pissed if somebody screenshots my response and puts it on social media and I don't know nothing about it. You just screenshot my conversation with you and blasted it on social media for clicks and views and likes and to stir up drama, right? Because honestly, that ain't G. That ain't a man-like thing to do. Even though I know Wallo he didn't mean no harm. He was just trying to get his guy Boots a play in the boxing world. But I get what Bud is saying. Hold on, dog. I know, was that little congratulations fake? Was that a little fake congratulations in order for you to get, this whole little moment that you can share on social media about me and Boots? And in that instance, I feel Bud. Like, hold on, dog. As a man, no, what are we doing? I don't want me to get out. I don't want it to get out that I'm calling Errol a dead body. I don't want to disrespect that man. And also, it just looks weird when you screenshot and taking pictures of our conversation, putting it on social media without my approval. Now, I don't even want to talk to you now because I don't know if you're going to screenshot whatever the hell I say after this. You know what I mean? And so sometimes podcasters, people who have social media influencers, so on and so forth, people who are hosts on shows got to be careful about damaging relationships with certain individuals, right? Guys who gave them nothing but love, showed them nothing but love and respect on their show, got them a lot of views. You got to maintain them healthy relationships, man, because they probably would want him on a podcast again. And then what after that? And then what? It's gonna look crazy. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna want to do that. They're not gonna want to rock with you. It's kind of like, and I will never forget this. I did not like when Shannon Sharpe did this. Shannon called Julio Jones on air to ask if he was returning to the Atlanta Falcons, right? And Julio really, he didn't tell Julio he was on air until after he had asked Julio, you gonna return to the Falcons? And he said, oh, no, man, I'm out of there. I'm out of there, man. I'm out of there. Said it live on air when the world, they were suspecting Julio was leaving, but it was no public word that he was really up out of there for sure. And then Shannon called him and put that information on blast. So it's like, damn, Shannon, if you called me, because Shannon called him on air, you know, you supposed to be my uncle. How you gonna let a conversation that we have get into the media field in order for you to get views, clicks, and likes, in order for your show to get more popping? Now, granted, Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless were entertaining as it is. They were an entertaining tandem. He didn't need that to get his show popping. But it's like, why did you have to go and do that to have our conversation be public to win your argument with Skip Bayless? Like, no, you can do that without doing that. Why are you, like, withholding that we're on air? He didn't tell Julio they were on air until after he basically said after Julio said he wasn't coming back and he up out of there. Like, why would you do that? I may want to keep that under wraps. I might want to, you know what I mean? Like, come on, what are we doing here? What are we doing, man? It just, I don't know. I didn't like that at all. Don't reveal nothing that we talking about. Don't record me or put me on blast where other people can hear our conversation and, you know, judge it. And I'm not wanting this to get out. So that's what Terence Crawford is saying. Look, Wallo, I thought we was cool. I thought we had an understanding. Why are you leaking out my conversation? That shit ain't G. That shit ain't real. And people expect more of Wallo because Wallo seems to be the voice of reason amongst Gilly. You know what I mean? Amongst the two, right? He seems to be the wise individual, spent 20 years in jail, elevated his mind in a lot of ways, elevated his hustle, so on and so forth. And he looking like, what the hell is going on, dog? You know, so I get that. Don't screenshot nothing I'm talking to you about and put it on social media. That ain't for nobody but me and you. You know, and if somebody does that, it betrays your trust. If you look at them different, like, man, dog, what? What are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't scared to fight Boots. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I think Boots will get done the same way that Errol Spence Jr. did, or maybe even worse, especially with the way I saw Boots couldn't cut the ring off against Karen, the dude he was fighting. You know, he had a great performance last fight, but the one before that, yeah, I don't know. So it wasn't about him not wanting Boots to know he would fight him and call him a dead body. I think it was more respect for Errol Spence Jr. I don't want him to see, you know, I don't want Errol to see I'm calling him a dead body. And then it was like the principle of it, like, dog, don't screenshot nothing, take no pictures of no conversation we having, because that ain't something that a man is supposed to be doing. Screenshot it and put it on social media for everybody to see and to intake or to consume. I'm sorry. It just, nah. Everything is not for public consumption. Every conversation we have is not for public consumption. So I get that 100%. So salute to Terence Crawford on that. I feel that, dog. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.